All right, so let's take a look at a floor plan. This is a floor plan for a kitchen. Again, this is the sample in the back of your textbook. And a couple things you'll immediately notice. One, again, the sheet size is set up to be 17 by 11. And you'll see in the bottom right here the scale, 1/2 inch equals 1 foot. Again, that is standard for all kitchen and bath drawings, to be drawn at a scale of 1/2 inch equals a foot. The other thing you'll notice is that the title block is along the bottom of the sheet. Now you can see here the NKBA logo. The NKBA, or National Kitchen and Bath Association, is the governing body that drives all of the drafting standards for kitchen and bath drawings. So in other words, they set the regulations for how we draft in our industry, so that there is continuity between all of the various firms within the nation. Now our drawings, again, are very different than architectural or interior design drawings, but we're a subset of design. We're a completely different type of design, so we have different drafting standards to follow, and those drafting standards are, again, very important, not only for to ensure that we're following what the NKBA has set forth, but to ensure that there's continuity between firms within our industry. So again, looking at the floor plan here, one of the things you will notice is that all of the dimensions in kitchen and bath drawings are given specifically in inches. They are not given in feet and inches. So that's something to note. Again, it's a difference between architectural drawings and kitchen and bath drawings, but all kitchen and bath drawings, the dimensions are given in inches only. The next thing to note is that you will see there are 3 dimension strings, and these are very important, and they each have a very specific task. The first dimension string dimensions to openings within the wall. This would include doors, windows. It also notes any jogs. If there's a jog in the wall, that first dimension string would be the one to note that. The middle dimension string dimensions to center lines only. So again, you will see that all of the middle dimension strings are specific for center line dimensions only. And lastly, the outer dimension string dimensions the overall distance of that wall. So again, the outer dimension string dimensions the overall distance of that wall. For the inner dimension string, or the dimensions that dimension openings in windows and doors, you'll see that in kitchen and bath drawings, we always dimension to the outside of the door trim. So this little bump right here represents the door trim on either side of the door, and our dimensions go to the outside of the trim. The reason being is that countertops or cabinets will end prior to the trim starting. So this dimension is important for placing our cabinetry in the correct location. The same thing is true with the window dimensions. We dimension to the outside of the window trim. Again, this is to ensure that wall cabinets are placed so that they do not interfere with the existing window trim. You will see that the center line dimensions that are provided for any appliances or fixtures. So this would include the refrigerator, the dishwasher, the sink, and again, you can see that the center line dimension goes to that middle string. So here we'll have from the inside of the wall to the center line of the dishwasher, to the center line of the sink, to the center line of the microwave, and then again to the inside of the wall. Something else that's important to note is the cut height for the floor plan. So in other words, if we were looking at this kitchen and we were to take a knife and slice through the kitchen and look down at it, that is what we would be creating when we draw our floor plan. So the cut height, where we're cutting that slice through, is at 7 feet above the finished floor. Now the reason why this is important is because it affects what lines are dashed versus solid. And this is again something that's very different than architectural drawings, because architectural drawings, the cut height is generally, I think, around 2 or 3 feet. So their solid and dashed lines are going to be very different than kitchen and bath drawings. You will see that with kitchen and bath drawings, because our cut height is at 7 feet for floor plans, the base cabinets are always drawn with a dashed line. The wall cabinets are always drawn with a solid line. Similarly, the countertop edge, you can see this solid line here, is drawn with a solid line. And then the soffit is typically ignored altogether on the floor plan, and a separate soffit plan would be created if it's needed. Specifications for kitchen and bath drawings are always shown on the plan. So here you can see the floor plan specifications listed out on the plan. They are very rarely included in a separate document. And this makes it very easy. You'll see that we follow a numbering system, and those numbers relate directly to numbers on the plan. So you can see here 1, the installer or contractor can look up number 1 and see the exact specification for it. And this specification list is the legal and binding spec list for the drawing. So that takes you through the floor plan for kitchen and bath drawings, and you can begin to see how these standards are very important. They're very specific, the dimensions are very specific, and it's important that we all make sure as we move forward with our education that we're following these drafting standards.